Welcome back to DT Toolboks. So during our last video, we talked about empathy interviews or empathy conversations. The topic of today's video is who should we actually interview in the first place? So now, I'm gonna go and check that out. So extreme users in design thinking are really important. What happens traditionally is we focus kind of on the center of this curve with sort of the normal users, the most expected users of the product or service that we're trying to develop. And that's okay, that's important, because normally the normal users are the ones that represent the bigger markets or the bigger segments. But while we're doing our research, it's always really interesting to explore these extremes. Right? What do we mean by extremes? We can think of the extremes of like really quirky or strange users, right? People that maybe use our products or services way too much or way too little, right? Or maybe they use our products and services in really strange alternative ways, right? We have to think about approaching those people. And so I'll give you a quick example. One of my student teams last year was working on improving the bathroom experience, right? And they decided to approach this guy who had these enormous bladder problems. Right? He was always going to the bathroom. I think every 15 minutes he had to go to the bathroom. So this guy's visited hundreds, if not thousands, of public bathrooms to sort of get his needs going, right? And then they decided to explore another person who literally does not want to go even near a public bathroom. And so they found this woman who was obsessive about germs. And so literally the only bathroom that this woman has used in the past 20 years has been her own bathroom, right? And so they got those opportunities to explore both sides, and it's important to always balance things out. If you're gonna go to one extreme, you should also try to look for the other extreme. You could also kind of use the lens of, for example, demographics, right? So think about like older folks using your product or younger people using your product, or you can think about it in like different motivations. And so it's about identifying a lens and then immediately trying to identify the extremes around that lens. By the way, I've heard that there's an extreme user very close to us. Let's go check him out. So I recently heard about this guy who's become so obsessed about swimming that he literally comes to work all geared up in his full-on swimming gear. And so I'm thinking that for a company that develops swimming gear, this could be quite interesting to learn from this weird dude. So let's go check him out. Hey there, Martin. How's it going?
Hi there, Fede.
Hey Martin, thank you very much for agreeing to talk to me.
No problem.
So can you tell me a little bit of what's going on here? Like, why are you in like your swimming gear while you're at work?
Well, the thing is, I like to be in the zone. And the zone for me is when I'm in the water swimming. And that's kind of a different world to me. So I'm trying to unite those two worlds right now.
Interesting. And so by working in your gear, you're feeling a little bit more kind of in the water.
Yeah, in the water. And when I'm in the water, I'm really focused. So I tend to focus better on work when I'm in my gear.
Okay,
yeah.
Interesting. And so what other kinds of things do you do to sort of be in the zone?
One thing I do is every hour I have a 10-minute hold my breath course. So actually it's time for that now. So if you want to, you can check it out when I'm doing my breath holding tasks.
That sounds really extreme, but yeah.
Yeah, let's go do it.
Thanks.
Okay, so one of the things I do every hour is that I go to the bathroom here to hold my breath and hold my head underwater. So watch me do this. Now, I'm really in the zone, so I'm gonna do this for 10 consecutive minutes, and now I'm back in the zone, I'm ready to work. As you see, I really do care about my gear, and it's time well spent to find your extreme user. So do use time to brainstorm and ideate on who can be your extreme user.